Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Flash Season 9 news that we got releasing Tuesday, August 1st, or sorry, Monday, August 1st. You guys are seeing this Tuesday, August 2nd. I'm recording it August 1st, so I was thinking a day ahead. Nonetheless, news that released August 1st, Monday. I'm going to talk about in this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below, subscribe for new, notifications, sounds, get right into the video. So, we learned today, August 1st, Monday, point time recording this for you guys, August 2nd, like I already established, that The Flash Season 9 will be the last season. It will be 13 episodes in total, and Eric Wallace released a statement, which I will talk about in a minute, because I do want to talk about some other points. Flash Season 8 will more than likely premiere in January, either the middle or late January. With that being said, the series finale, which is depressing that we're even saying that, will more than likely air in the end of May going into June. That would be when I would expect it. It'll be somewhere around June, 100%. It'll be in the late May or early July or some point in June. We will learn that as it goes on. Now, here's Eric Wallace's statement about this final season. He said 9 seasons, and this is by like every legitimate news source, okay? I'm not putting it on the screen right now because you can literally go everywhere and see it, okay? So I'm going to read it. Sorry, right now. 9 seasons, 9 years, the same in Central City, while taking audiences on an emotional journey full of heart, humor, and spectacle. And now Barry Allen has reached the starting gate for his last race. So many amazing people have given their talents, time, and love to bring this wonderful show to life each week. So as we get ready to honor the show's incredible legacy with our exciting final chapter, I want to say thank you to our phenomenal cast, writers, producers, and crew over the years to help make The Flash such an unforgettable experience for audiences around the world, end quote. So, that was Eric Wallace's statement. And a lot of people have pointed this out over the past few hours that seemed a very, very, like, PR statement. Like, it was very much said in advance, which could be worrying. But, you know, that does seem kind of like Eric Wallace, something that he would say, but at the same time it doesn't. So it's like 50-50. But I do think Eric Wallace means everything on every single thing that, you know, he's presuming to have said. But nonetheless, I'm not surprised, and I'm not shocked that this is the last season. Would I have liked it to get to season 10? Yes. Did I think it would happen? Not really. Now there's news, not really news. There's speculation or misinformed people, idiots as I like to call them, saying that The Flash was canceled. It was not canceled. It is ending. There is a difference. If it was canceled, there would not be a season 9. It would not happen. We would have gone 820 as the last episode of The Flash. That's how it would have gone. Now, the good news out of all this is that we know this is the last season before they even start filming, which means The Flash can get an official send-off, unlike Legends and Batwoman and Naomi, who got screwed over on wrapping up their own shows. Flash actually gets a legitimate send-off. Now, this is speculating that this would be the last season back whenever season 9 was officially picked up. Like, I think 5 months ago. It's been a long way here, but when Grant Gustin signed on for season 9, he got a massive pay raise, like $200,000 an episode for 15 episodes, which is a lot of money, okay? But Grant deserves it. Whether you want to agree on that or not, he does. Especially after season 8, like, he's put his heart and soul in this show. He deserves all that, you know what I mean? But I think that was kind of the first hint that this could be the last season. Some people were saying that's because he signed on for 1 year. That is not anything that it should have told you this would be the last season. Because Grant did that in season 6, 7, and even 8. He signed on for 1 year. He didn't sign on for 2 to 3, 5 years. He signed on for 1, or the last 2 to 3 years, he signed on for 1 year each season. Because he didn't want to do a full contract. In case something happened, he could have leeway. You know, he could do whatever he wants. And you have to stick to this show in case something came up to where he couldn't be on set. Now, I don't think there's this Grant's decision to end the series in season 9. I think it was CW and Mark Pedowitz and Eric Wallace coming together and saying, hey, let's wrap this show up before something happens. We can't, you know, come back from it. Let's make sure that this show doesn't get canceled by Paramount and, you know, all that stuff relating to CW and the sale and whatever. I'm not up to date on it. I just know a little bit about it. I don't really care. But knowing that the ratings are going to be playing a massive part now, I think it's safe to say that The Flash should end now before it gets canceled and we're screwed. So I'm glad it's ending on its own terms. Now, I've seen a lot of this today. Everyone's saying this means the David Ramsey quote-unquote interview, if you can really call it that Comic Chris did, where he brought up that that David Ramsey said that The Flash will be ending season 9, it'll be his final season, and that the Superverse will be starring Superman and Lois, and just you being a part of Superman and Lois, alongside Gotham Knights. Not only does this prove that all David did was speculate, because he did, which Comic Chris went on a video like a week after, which was pretty lazy to do a week after. I'm glad he did it, but it didn't help anything, because we still have people saying that what he said was legit. Especially now, when season 9 being confirmed into the last season, it just set a massive, like, fire on that. It's like, you know, there's a fire, and then you have, like, a can of gasoline, and then you just throw that gasoline can into the fire. It gets worse. That's what this did. Like, does no one see that? Like, it literally just threw a pile of gasoline into a fire. That's what this is. Like, legitimately, that's what this is. The quote-unquote interview that Comic Chris did with David Ramsey is this bunch of BS. And I don't know how many times I can say that. Yes, The Flash season 9 is confirmed to be last season. David Ramsey doesn't know that. There's no possible way you could have insight to another show and then talk about it before Eric Wallace even knows about it or even talks about it. Like, there's no legitimate reason for David, even if he did know, which, how? Why would he disrespect the show, disrespect Grant, disrespect Eric Wallace, the writers and producers, and CW, which, by the way, I don't think Mark Pedowitz would be okay with that. If he just blatantly said, oh yeah, season 9's final season, that's not okay. He was speculating. And Comic Chris made that clear in his video that he did after, which was in my recommended and shared to me by a few people, which is the only reason why I watch. I don't support him at all. But, to be clear, I don't support him. But, look, the Superverse crap, that ain't happening. If it does happen, and just you as part of Superman Lois' world, that show ain't lasting long. Right now, that show does not have a massive fan base. If you look at it, it does not have a massive fan base. Especially be part of Superman Lois' world. Because we are dealing with so many plot holes that people will see like that. It won't work. Like, no. So the things that David Ramsey said, we still can't take into consideration here because it was speculation. Yes, it got to be true, but he was speculating. Comic Chris twisted his words and said that he was being legit. That's not true. It isn't. There's no way he could have known. Considering Comic Chris did another video saying that he did twist his words and that David was speculating. Like, so you gotta let that go. I'm not gonna keep dealing with that in my comment section. I'm not gonna keep repeating myself 100 times over in a span of an hour, saying the exact same thing I'm saying in this video right now. Alright? I'm not doing it. If you want to believe what Dave Ramsey said in that interview, you do you. But when you look at the facts, that interview is just biased and nowhere near accurate to what we actually know. Which is none of it. Besides 2009 being the last season, which again was David speculating. He didn't know. Nonetheless. There's also speculation going around, at least in the past 15 minutes before I recorded this, that Rick Cosnett, who plays Eddie Thawne, will be a recurring role in Season 9. I think we knew that prior, but it was not 100% confirmed. I don't think even now it wasn't. But there was a Deadline article saying that he's been seen recurring on The Flash. Did not say he'll be recurring on The Flash, just said that he would be. Or, sorry, that he has been. I don't know why in the hell, people are taking this into consideration that he would be 100%. But, nonetheless, then we had the person who played Patty Spivot, who I think we all loved. She was amazing on the show. And a fan had said that she should return for the final season, Season 9. And the actress replied to that, saying that it would be a dream. So if Eric Wallace obviously would see that and would consider it, I think it would be a great fan service to bring Patty back. Even if it's just for an episode or two, I don't care. But here's how Season 9 can work, alright? This is the only way Season 9 can work. The only way this season can be a good final season is if they wrap up the Frost storyline crap, which I am not even close to excited about. Whatever the hell the glowing blue thing is, whether it's cobalt blue or whatever, no interlude episodes unless just one. I will take one interlude episode this season. That's it. There should not be 2, the 3, the 4 interlude episodes in this season. There should be 2 max. But I can't assume Eric Wallace will go with the entire season on the interlude episode. But what we need this season throughout all 13, which we know Grant is signed up for 15, but that went down to 13. So he's going to be in all 13. They all need to be Barry-centric. They can't have Barry and Iris 24/7. They can't have Team Flash doing, side crap. It needs to be Barry-centric. If they want to send this show off in a good way, which Eric Wallace has been known to do correctly, thanks to Season 8, we know that. It needs to be Barry-centric. Yes, you can have Iris, you can have West Allen crap, I don't care. But have Barry being the Flash. It's called The Flash. Have him being the Flash way more than he was in Season 8. And he was the Flash like 80% in that season. The most I think we've ever had on this entire freaking show. Which is kind of depressing when you think about it. It took 8 years for us to get that. But this is the final season. Let's have Barry, the same Barry in Season 8, that was confident in himself, that did things on the go, that didn't rely on a pep talk. Let's have that continue in Season 9. That is how you can make this a great final season. Yes, the cameos, David Ramsey, Eddie, maybe Thawne, Master Thawne have an origin story in an episode. I wouldn't mind that. Wrap up everything. Bring in Cobalt Blue. Make it a fan service season. Bring back Oliver Queen as a Spectre. Wrap it all up. There you go. There has to be a lot more to that. But all we need are those things. We don't need the cameos besides Oliver. I think we 100% need Oliver. And Wally. Those are the 2 people we're all going to be looking at. Everyone else is like 50-50, right? But Oliver and Wally, we need them back in this final season. 100% we need them back. Everyone else is like, whatever. That's not a thing I'm going to be looking at. Will they be cool to see back? Yes. No matter what, it would be cool to see come back. All of them, right? Nora, Bard, the Speed Force, all the forces, and even if it's just for an episode, who cares? And Patty, Eddie, it'd be great to see him back. But what we need is Barry being the main centric focus of the season. We need to know where his story is going. Is he going to die in this final season? Because we honestly don't know at this point. He could. Will they tie back to the pilot? Or not the pilot particularly, but in season 1, where we know Barry went back in time to save his mom and all that, to save his younger self before Thawne killed him. Will that happen? Will we see that with our Barry? Will we see him telling younger Barry, season 1 Barry, when he went back in 123, to not change the timeline, to not save his mom? Will we see that being our Barry? With the gold boots? Could we see that happen? I would love to see that happen. I think it would work out great. It's just how. Another thing, Legends of Batwoman should not be in this season. This is not a Legends of Batwoman season. This is a Flash season. I know a lot of people want Legends to be wrapped up on this season, and I get that. I get it. But we don't need 5 episodes wasted just because Legends fans are too toxic and too stupid to want a conclusion to a show that the writers screwed up on. It is not CW's fault or WB's or Paramount Plus or whatever. It's not their fault Legends did not end correctly. It is the writers, because they were cocky and they did not do it the right way. They screwed up. They did not care. I don't care what you tell me. They did not care about the fans. They didn't give a crap. They wanted money, and so they put in, a crappy finale, and here we are. So if The Flash really wants to conclude Legends, then do an annual episode, 2 annual episodes max. 1 for Legends, wrap it up. I don't care. Wrap it up. If people will not shut up about it, wrap it up. If you want to have 1 final crossover, maybe connecting Stargirl, great. Do it. Keep this Arrowverse going as long as you possibly can with Stargirl. Unless it's ending, that's really no point. But we need either the Flash. Well, the Flash is 100% ending. I don't know how I was going to go with there, but if we can just get people to confirm that Stargirl's part of the Arrowverse, right? Which John totally hasn't do like 10 times by now. Being sarcastic, by the way, he has. If we can just get Barry to figure out the multiverse in the final season, travel to Stargirl's world, they have a crossover episode, and you connect the 2 shows, everyone would shut up and say that Stargirl's part of the Arrowverse and it's not dead. If Justice U is part of the Arrowverse, it won't be dead, at least for a year, probably. And you know what will die? Supergirl and Lois. And it will be hilarious, because they screwed that show over massively. And you know what's funny? Supergirl and Lois will probably be canceled after season 3, maybe season 4, because the new owners look at the views and they judge it off of that. If they don't get enough views for the certain amount of money to come in, they're canceled. Supergirl and Lois is definitely not getting that many views as it did in season 2. With that Arrowverse disconnect. I don't care what you say. All the Arrowverse fans are going to quit watching that show, and there were hundreds of thousands of Arrowverse fans watching that show. They're not going to watch it now. There's no point in watching it now. After the crappy season 2 back half that we got, the horrible Arrowverse disconnect that we got, just the disrespect to their shows, Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Legends, Batwoman, all of them, and Stargirl for that matter. It was a disgrace. It was embarrassing. There's no way that show will make it past season 4. If it does, then CW is screwed up and so is Paramount. But look, what we are dealing with is the possibility of the end of the Arrowverse, but we still have Stargirl. If that show gets canceled in season 3, well, then we're kind of screwed. And that will be the end. That will be the day where I see the Arrowverse ends. I'm not saying that to either A, Stargirl gets canceled, or B, Justice U is not part of the Arrowverse and we get that 100% confirmed. But I will say this. We know nothing about Justice U. The only thing that we know is that it's supposed to follow Spartan. After years of working with our heroes, like The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Superman, Earth Prime, all of them. It's supposed to be an Arrowverse show. So, but again, if we don't find anything in the next 2 to 3 months, put that show down the toilet. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to worry about Stargirl and Flash, the 2 shows that matter the most right now. That's what we need to be looking at. Stargirl's part of the Arrowverse, screw off. Period. That's all I want to say. I don't know what else I can possibly say to that, but that's all I'm going to say. Alright, that's all I'm going to say. So thank you guys for support over the last 2 years of The Flash. For me, I've been watching it since season 3. Been doing content since season 7. So, yeah, it's going to be an emotional final season. Definitely. But, I think what we're going to be dealing with is it'll be very well wrapped up. I have faith in Eric Wallace to know what he's doing. They have several months to repair. I believe they are now, if they're not already. They have several months to make sure the CGI looks amazing, as always. So, I think we're looking at a really good season ahead. And I hope that it continues throughout every single episode of the season, no matter what's going on. I would expect a trailer maybe in October. I mean, that might be too early to say, maybe, especially by December. We should have a season 9 trailer. I don't know if it'd be like Arrows, where it's like a full final season trailer. Like you see like moments of different seasons and that. I think that'd be kind of cool. But I wouldn't give your hopes up on that. I wouldn't worry about that. What we need to worry about is what's going on with the show, who's going to be in it, do we know who's going to be in it, and all this stuff is going to be coming out soon. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching the video. Have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.